Hello, thanks for joining me for another review. Right, today we have a beer from the Thornbridge Brewery, and this is their Cocoa Wonderland chocolate porter, coming in at 6.8% ABV. A beer I've actually has eluded me for some reason over the last 5 or 6 years, and it's a beer I've always wanted to try. And yeah, this brewery is out of Bakewell in Derbyshire. So this is our third and final beer of the Good Beer Live that we done on the 9th of March of 2019, and here it is. It's probably been out of the bottle in the glass now for probably about half an hour, so I'll give it a swirl, just liven it up slightly. So a big thank you to Honest Brew for sending us these beers yet again. Fantastic support, them guys, really do appreciate it. So yeah, if you're a new time customer for Honest Brew, spend £29 and you'll get £10 off your first order on there for new customers. So good. GBL10 is the coupon code down below. Check them out. They've got a host of beers. They've been putting beers on pretty much every day this week, so as soon as something new hits the fan, bam, it's on there. Right, back onto this beer then. So a 6.8% ABV beer, forgot about it then. It's actually leaving some alcohol legs on this one. There's a slight ruby kind of dark mahogany hue coming through, and you can actually see through the top of the outside of the head, looking through the glass here. But apart from that, it's jet black, maybe a slight dark cherry looking kind of vibe to the beer. But yeah, let's give it another swirl and I'll give it a sniff, and then we'll add, there's a little bit left in the bottle, so here we go. And it's just fantastic, that chocolate, milky baker's chocolate, that sort of thing. I'm getting like a cocoa powder, like a hot chocolate cocoa or a baker's cocoa, something like that. There is a kind of a dark fruit, red fruit in there. I would say it's cherry, but I'm not too sure what it is at the moment. Definitely a sweetness on that kind of cocoa powder esqueness. Definitely picking up some kind of sweetness. Luxurious though, velvety. It smells that, you know, that vibe. You get one of them pictures in your head of a beer on the aroma before you taste it, and then you try and work out where it's going to be. So let's find out now. Cheers. Oh, so there you go. There's more. Well, not even half a finger. That's just off white, sort of a. I'd say more of a kind of a slight mocha coloured head, khaki coloured head, or whatever you want to call it. Nice creamy looking, tightly packed bubbles. Beer itself, tasting wise, beautiful, smooth, milky. It reminds me in some ways of a milk stout. It's got that kind of mouthfeel to it. Sweet, definitely a sweetness there. We mentioned in the show that it's brewed with lactose, and it was on the bottle, but I didn't see it. The hops in this are actually Magnum, and yeah, there we go. Water, barley, wheat, hops, yeast, cacao nibs, and lactose. So, and I was picking that up on the aroma during the actual show. That some beers can, with chocolate, can not have that kind of sweetness. I picked up on it a little bit. Then I think Jake said, "Oh, it's brewed with lactose." So, and it definitely comes across in the aroma. Taste wise, yeah, sweet chocolate. Yeah, more of a milk chocolate on there. Definitely a cocoa, a dark fruit, and that's definitely coming through in the taste. Maybe a touch of cherry, not too much. Maybe a little bit of red currant or something like that in there. cracking beer, smooth, not picking up the ABV at all. The body wise is probably, I'd say, a lower end of a medium for a 6.8%. Everything is very well hidden, the body and the ABV. Not particularly bitter, more sweet than bitter, but not overly sweet, just pitched just right, just over halfway on the scale, just maybe an upper end of medium, or a 2/3 of medium sweetness, if that makes sense. I know it doesn't to me either. So but yeah, cracking beer. A beer that on various websites comes around, and it's got more of a kind of a presence around Christmas time. It generally appears in kind of Christmas beers generally, and also Easter, when we're coming up on Easter. Possibly a good beer to have with your Easter eggs or whatever. So I don't know, but yeah, a cracking beer, and it's a core range beer from Thornbridge as well, and I'm really glad I've got to try it. It is still available on Honest Brew. Time of recording, I think it's for £2.29 a bottle. Absolute bargain. So yeah, go and check them out. One more sip and a rating then. I'm going to give this beer a very solid 8 out of 10. I think it's definitely worthy of that. It's a 4 out of 5 on the Untapped scale. Over to Untapped then, it's had a lot of ratings. It's had almost 20,500 ratings, 244 in the last 30 days. And where are we now? We are at 15,888, all the 8s. And guess what? It's coming at 3.88 on the rating scale. It's been around since the 22nd of October of 2014, or when it was added to Untapped. And yeah, 6.8%. It's a full-bodied, robust porter with natural mocha malt flavours from the complex malt grist, complementing the decadent additions of real chocolate and chocolate to the maturation, you know that word, process. So, and it's brewed with Magnum hops as well, which doesn't say on there, but it says on the bottle. But yeah, best before the 1st of October of 2019. 330ml bottle, cracking stuff. So you've had this one from the Thornbridge Brewery. This is their Cocoa Wonderland chocolate porter, and if you haven't, let me know, or don't let me know, just go and buy it on Honest Brew. So yeah, it's worth picking up. It's one of them beers that it's eluded me for some reason, and now I've got to try it. I want some more. Anyway, thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next review. Cheers.